morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I got another white paper review here for you. It's a simple yet fun game called Dungeon Masters from the Wombat crew. These are the same people that brought to you Prospectors and Splinterlands and a couple of the other big games that are out there. So it was brought to my attention just through that. So I wanted to do a review. This game is already out, so you can play it, and we'll do a quick walkthrough of the game itself here on the video. But I wanted to bring this to you. I think it's being slept on a little bit. I think it's not as well known as the other ones in the Wombat gaming community. So, so I wanted to go through that and just show you what it's like. But before we go to that, if you like this kind of video, I do have to ask, please like and subscribe. It does help out a lot. We're going to do another giveaway, another big giveaway here at 500 subscribers. So every subscriber helps getting us to that, and I absolutely appreciate that. Also have to throw the disclaimer out there. If this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. This is my personal opinion and personal views and personal experience, and for entertainment purposes only. So do your own research before you get into any games, including this one or any other ones that I highlight on my channel. All right, let's go ahead and dive in there. Like I said, this is the Dungeon Master by the Wombat gaming folks. It's simple. It's, I would say, great for beginners, just because of the simplicity. For anyone that's brand new to the play to earn workspace, not workspace, but play to earn gaming space, um, I think this may be something that you want to do a little more research on, see if it's right for you, and go ahead and check it out. What we're going to do is go through the white paper review. White paper is right here. It's essentially a mining style game. It's cross chain, so it's between the two, the WAX and the EOS blockchains. So if you like that kind of thing, you have the ability to go on both of those blockchains and use it. It's essentially you equip your Wombat, you send him into a cave, he mines, he comes back out, and you have the opportunity to get NFTs. You get to level them up, which is always a bonus. I like any game that you're able to level up your characters and get additional benefits from leveling them up. Um, and then another thing I always look for is, can you actually pull NFTs or mine NFTs in games? I'm always attracted to things like that. So I think that's neat about this game. Um, as I mentioned, I'll go through the actual gameplay here in a second. I did grab a few NFTs. The one nice thing about this game right now is it's pretty cheap. If you're looking to get into a game that packs, you can get packs for 20 wax. Um, I would honestly recommend actually looking at individual ones. This goes back to my key items when jumping to a new game. Um, since the game's already out there, since the pack release is done, they may have additional pack releases in the future, but as of right now, those are done. So it's about 20 wax for I guess a silver pack. But you can actually get individual items much cheaper. If you just want to test the game out, you can get a bunch of commons for under 5 wax, I would guess, just to test out, see if it's something that you like. Once you start going up in the rarities, it does get a little more expensive, but for the most part, you can actually get some epics for 10 wax, all the way up to 25, 30 wax, depending on the item. So I did pick up a few just because they're so cheap, and it's easy to get into. Um, and I'll go through those items here shortly. As far as the rewards go, you essentially go on mining quests. You can go from 5 minutes all the way up to 24 hours. You select during that time frame, you earn XP and you earn items to put into your chest. And every 24 hours, you're able to open that chest and see if you got any NFTs and any other rewards. So the one thing I don't like about it is, as soon as you're done with the quest or your mining session, you don't know what you got. You have to wait that 24 hours. But I also understand it because it's easier and less taxing on your resources if you only open up that pack and get NFTs basically every 24 hours. So keep that in mind when you're going through this. They do have some additional items that will be coming up in the future, uranium and materials, which I assume will be used for crafting. Again, this game is in beta. It was released in mid-December, so it's been out there for a little while. Uh, I'll go ahead and include the link to the game itself, the website, and also the Discord down below, so you can go ahead and check it out. They will have seasons, which is interesting, allowing you to basically each season it will be its own little mini event, giving you rewards at the end of that season, depending on how much you mine and how much you move forward. Uh, we are currently in season 1. It goes until March 23rd, so we have roughly about another month to go in this. So good time to get in there. Mining power is all determined on the items that you have in game. You essentially and I'm actually going to scroll down here a little bit. Um, there's a whole bunch of different types of items you can get in game. There's the lights, the digging tools, the bags, and essential clothing, hats, shoes, top. Each item has its own rarity, and going through the normal rarities from common down to mythic, and each one has its own power. And as you level up, it actually increases the power, which is neat. I always like that. Um, so as you get a higher level, even if you have commons, once you get to level 5, they have a decent rate for super cheap commons. Um, and then obviously if you get the higher rarities, it gets insane as you get up there. Obviously the price tag goes, unless you get lucky in a pack. Also, each of the items has its own benefit, I guess you could say. For example, they showed all here, most of the items will increase your mining power, which increases the results that you get. Um, if you use a hat, it increases the duration that you can do in dungeon runs. Some people like the longer dungeon runs just because it's less clicking. And then the tops, basically your shirt, or shirt or jacket, increases the amount of XP that you get per run. But most of them actually increase the mining power. So let's scroll down here. As I mentioned, they're going to have material and crafting in the future. It's not in game yet, at least not that I've seen in game. And then they just mentioned opportunities for down the road, additional partnering up with other NFT projects, which a lot of games are doing now. A lot of games are doing partners from I guess, just from a marketing perspective. I like that there's some games there that are getting in there, and I've highlighted before, like Farming Tales and Unlinked. They're going to have items that actually cross games, so the same NFT can be used in multiple games. I'm hoping that's what this means, is they'll be able to do that here in the future. You'll be able to use an NFT in multiple games. So let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay. In order to get started, you can see I'm running a mission right now. I was hoping it'd be done by this point, but I was able to start this video a little bit earlier than expected. But essentially, when you first get in here, you go out to the secondary market, you get your pack or you get your individual items, and you log into the game. And in order to get started, you got to go down here to the bottom left and equip your Wombat. And you can see I have a few items in here. Most of these are epics. These 3 are epics, and this is a rare. And you can see what they improve. For example, mining power, XP, mining power, mining power. All you have to do is go ahead and click on these. Whatever NFT that you have in that you've purchased from the secondary market, you go ahead and equip it, and then that'll allow you to run the dungeon missions. Uh, Unfortunately, you cannot run any missions without any of the equipment. So you need at least 1 NFT to run the missions. Obviously, the more NFTs and the higher rarity you have, the better. I just picked up these. It was relatively cheap, like I said. I think this one was like 9 wax. This one was like 12 or 13 wax. This guy was the expensive one at 20 wax. And this one was cheap. This was, I forget exactly, but it was a couple wax. So you can get started here pretty cheaply. Um, Once you have these equipped, you're going to go here to the main screen. There will be a button down here to go ahead and start your dungeon exploring. It defaults to 5 minutes increments, um, which if you're one of those that likes to click, that's great. I like a little longer. I like at least an hour. On the right side of the button, you'll see change times. You can change it from 1 hour from 5 minutes to 1 hour to 6 hours to 24 hours. So whatever you want to run that time, when you're done, it'll give you XP to boost your level. And then in addition, it'll put secret items in this chest down here that you can open every 24 hours. And at that end of that 24 hours, you click on this, and it will either give you NFT packs or other rewards. From my understanding, it's about a 5% chance every time you run a mission to get a pack. So it's low, but I guess if you run more and more, you're able to increase that chance. Um, but you can get anywhere from standard packs all the way up to gold packs, which is nice. And then use whatever equipment you get out of there. You can either sell in the secondary market if that's your choice, or you can open them up and see if you get anything that you can improve your own Wombat equipment. So it's a relatively simple approach. Again, still in beta. So there's still a lot more to come. And I think if I go back here, I think there's a roadmap. Maybe I missed it. Sorry for the scrolling. Thought there was a roadmap somewhere. Okay. Sorry again. I'm just trying to see if I can find. I thought I saw a roadmap somewhere. Ah, there it is. Last section. We're in February right now. And it looks like they just added the dungeon run periods and the leveling up, which is new. And then next month they will be adding as I mentioned, the materials and the crafting of the items. So they have a roadmap for the next couple months, and I'm assuming at the end of that they'll have additional ones that just aren't announced right now. All right, so if you're looking for a simple, beginner-friendly, relatively good priced play-to-earn game, this is probably one that you want to take a look at. Just obviously do your own research, make sure it's right for you. Check out the Discord, chat with them. They're very friendly in the Discord. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe, and make a comment down below if there's any other games that you want me to see me do a white paper review on. All right, thank you all for your time, and have a great rest of your day.